Hi, Krista Krogan with Oily Holmes here for you today, and I wanted to share a story, a testimonial, if you will, but I have to not be so blunt and straightforward as far as what I'm talking about. So it's something that developed on one of our family members' feet, and I am so excited to share about the success story that we had with Young Living products. And it's now gone. And I wish I could share pictures with you of this process. It's not really a compliant thing to do, but just trust me, this is no lie that I'm telling you that this worked. Now, it's one of those situations where something develops on, they can develop all over the body, but these particularly uncomfortable ones usually develop on the bottoms of the feet, and it usually so happens that they develop right where you're putting pressure when you're walking. So somebody in my family developed one of those, and I started doing my research as far as what might potentially happen if we needed to go get medical attention for those. And I really was hoping to avoid any of those alternatives because from what I've heard from other people, it can be extremely painful what you have to go through. And I just was really kind of hoping to avoid prescriptions altogether. So knowing that I didn't want to mess around with this, so to speak, I hit this really heavy with a protocol that I really feel like I researched this and figured out exactly what I wanted to try and why I wanted to try it. I won't necessarily be able to share the why I wanted to try certain things of my protocol, but just know I did the research and there were reasons why. I've got some great friends. Shout out to Liza, who helped me kind of determine what Young Living products would probably be the best attempt to knock this little booger out. And so I also didn't want to mess around in the sense of like, I didn't want this to drag on for, months and months and months. I knew we needed to do something really big right now. And so we did several things. I created a protocol. We did several different things. And sometimes you decide that, you kind of just want to start low and go slow. Like you just want to start with one thing and see if that works. Then, if it doesn't, move on to another thing. Because if you're doing a whole bunch of different things and it works, it's hard to know what was it that worked in that. And I didn't really care at the time about that. I just wanted to find something that would work. So I'm going to share with you the protocol that we used and that we're continuing to use. Actually, it took care of our situation in about a month. Actually, it was almost completely taken care of in less than a month. And we are still continuing parts of this protocol just to make sure that nothing comes back, if you know what I mean. So let me share with you what we did. It was 3 steps. The first step was about 2 or 3 times a day, we have this little roller bottle that we would roll right onto the bottom of the foot, right where the little booger was hanging out. And what is in this is simply 10 drops of tea tree oil, 10 drops of lemon, 10 drops of frankincense, and then 10 drops of oregano essential oil. And then I just filled it up. I topped it off with a liquid carrier oil. I used Young Living's V6 vegetable complex. And then we just roll this on, like I said, 2 or 3 times a day. In addition to that, this family member has also been taking one capsule of longevity daily. And so the essential oils that are in here are thyme, clove, orange, and frankincense. Now, clove is highly, highly, highly antioxidant. Okay, it's great at battling those free radicals. I just actually was doing some research on some ORAC levels of different oils, and clove is by far the highest. It's in the millions range, whereas the other oils I was researching, like lemon, I think is 330 if I'm thinking correctly. But clove is like 1,075,000, on the ORAC scale, something like that. So, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I mean, you've probably heard of antioxidants and free radicals, but just to demonstrate that in a daily life setting, you cut an apple in half and you let it set on the counter, or you even put it in the refrigerator. Either way, it's gonna start to brown. And that browning process is the process of the free radicals taking over. It's oxidation of the flesh of the fruit. And so with antioxidants, what those do is they combat those free radicals, and they keep your fruit or your body healthier, and just knocks those free radicals out. And so what a lot of people might realize, I know there's a lot of people that'll use lemon juice to put that on your apple to keep it from browning. Those of us into essential oils, we know that you can do the same thing with lemon essential oil or some citrus. I also like to use citrus fresh essential oil, and it'll have the same results. So anyway, that's just kind of giving a little bit of background on antioxidants and free radicals. That same process as the apple happens in our bodies as well. So this keeps the brown out. All right, so longevity was something, and so I had this person take 1 gel capsule per day. And then the thing that I think had the most impact was my foot soak that I had this person do. And so I'm gonna share with you what was in the foot soak. The reason why I think this was the most critical is this person also has some other similar looking types of areas on other parts of the body. And so the longevity, that's throughout the whole body, so that's affecting all the cells. And we also were rollerballing on to those other spots of the body as well. However, it seems like because those were not as big, they weren't as prevalent, we weren't as religious on that with this. We just sort of forgot about it. So that could be a part of it too. We just needed to be more consistent on those spots. But the real reason why I think the foot one was taken care of so effectively was because of the foot soak. So let me share with you the story, or I can't really share you the story with why I chose the products that I did. But Epsom salts are really, really great. The whole world knows that Epsom salts are really great for detoxifying the body. So that's a huge part of it. We were wanting to detox this family member's system. So I just dumped, I didn't measure it all. So I was probably doing like in my tub about a half cup to a full cup of Epsom salts. That would just go into the tub first. And then I would add essential oils of, basically I just added 3. I added tea tree and lavender and thieves essential oil. Went right into the Epsom salts. The Epsom salts really help emulsify the oils and keep them dispersed evenly throughout the foot bath. So in addition to the Epsom salts just being really, really good for skin and detox, they help the oils, stay evenly throughout your bath. So we put those in, and then I just filled it up with warm water, and then we had the feet inserted into the foot bath. But I just have a feeling the magical ingredient is this right here, alkaline. This helps balance the acidity of your body. It balances your pH. We want our systems to have not too much acid, but not be too alkaline either. So this really helps. And so what I would do is once his feet were in the tub, I would just open up one of these little packets, 5 grams of alkaline, just dumped it in and it would fizz up. And I'd say, okay, just kind of swish your feet around and mix all that up for a little bit. And yeah, and so, I mean, who doesn't love a foot bath for one thing? So it was something that was definitely, you know, thinking about other treatment methods. I mean, hello, foot bath? Yeah. So we did this foot bath and we did it for about 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes. If we could go longer, we'd go longer, but 20 minutes at least. And we were trying to do that early on, we were trying to do it like every other day, at least. You know, towards the end of the month of time, we were going more like, you know, at least three times a week that we were doing that. And now that it's actually gone, we're still doing this about once a week because, again, I just want to make sure that we keep things the way that they are. I just have an inkling. I just am feeling very confident that this had a huge impact in that. So that's my story. And I have, you know, I did take pictures just to photo document it for myself. And it was amazing how after just even 1 week of doing this, I was told by this family member that it was starting to itch. And so I thought, well, that sounds like a sign that, you know, things are changing and happening for the better. And so I took pictures and you can visibly see the difference. You know, I took them at each week. You can visibly see the difference, and I need to take a new photo because basically you can't even see it anymore. And I don't think it's non-compliant to share that photo, so I may try to do that. Just share a photo of the foot now and just seeing that there's nothing there, but knowing that there was something there. So incredible. I'm so excited to share this story and share it with the world to let you know there are non-invasive ways to take care of lots of different things. So thanks for joining me on this story. Jamie and I, you know, we like to say that we are your oily homes, as in Sherlock. We are your oily homes for your oily homes. So if you'd like to share this video, I sure would love that. If you'd like to subscribe so that you can receive notifications as far as when new videos that Jamie and I will be posting, that would be really great too. So have a great day, everybody.